A selection of leaks from insiders about the future iPhone 13 smartphone, lineup, screen and cameras, processor and storage, appearance, battery and autonomy. The first rumors about the upcoming iPhone 13 appeared back in June 2020, starting with a leak of a mock-up of the future iPhone on the famous Japanese resource Mako.car. Such mock-ups are often used when creating cases for future smartphones. So those who are accustomed to always being at the forefront of progress and changing their iPhone to a new one before prices drop should get ready. Buying an iPhone allows you to exchange your old device for a new one with minimal losses. First layout. Then the iPhone 12 had not yet been released, and the 3D layout of the next flagship in the lineup assumed the presence of a 5.5 screen, and its presentation was expected in September 2021. It was assumed that he would not have a monobrow, but only a small drop for the front camera, as on many modern smartphones. It was also assumed that it would finally be equipped with a more universal Type-C connector, and it is possible that the transition of Apple devices to this connector will begin with it, which users have been waiting for a long time, and the Californian company has already had such experiments, albeit in iPad tablets. But it is possible that Apple will take a different path with the smart connector concept. Also, an insider under the nickname Fudge said that the new iPhone in 2021 will have 4 cameras and a 3-dimensional LiDAR sensor, which is used to scan and recognize objects in space. Screen and cameras. The following data on the iPhone 13 appeared 4 months later in October 2020 from trusted insider Ross Young, who claimed that the lineup of the 13th line will have 4 devices with different screen sizes, 5.4, 6.1 and 6.7, the design of which will be similar to the iPhone 12. However, they will be distinguished by the innovative promotion matrix with a refresh rate of 120 Hz, which, in addition to Korean Samsung and LG, will be produced by the Chinese factory Bo. Later it became known that displays with an increased frequency will be produced only by Samsung, and only older versions of the iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max will receive them. They will support the always-on display technology and will be equipped with a built-in fingerprint scanner. The table also shows that even the younger versions will receive high-quality cameras from the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and the flagships will be equipped with matrices with even higher resolution. It was expected that the budget iPhone SE3 will receive a 6.1 screen with thin bezels, a camera from the iPhone 11, a fingerprint scanner and the power button and support for 5G. Its release is expected after the 13th series of iPhones, approximately in the spring of 2022. But before it, the iPhone 13 mini may still come out, which will occupy the niche of a similar model from the 12 line. In February 2021, several sources shared more detailed information. So it became known that the display will be manufactured using LiPo technology with mini LED backlight, which is 20% more energy efficient. In addition, the screen frequency can dynamically change from 1 Hz to 60 Hz and 120 Hz. As for the cameras, the wide-angle module will receive autofocus, a 6-element lens, and an increased aperture size, which will significantly increase the aperture and, accordingly, the quality of shooting in low light. Software innovations may include the addition of a new mode for astrophotography and video recording in portrait mode. Some experts claim that the capabilities of its 3 12-megapixel lenses, in terms of capturing photos and videos, they will surpass even the wildest expectations of users. The camera block will become larger. Recently, the popular social network Weibo posted images of the iPhone 12 Pro in a case, which was allegedly created for the future iPhone 13 Pro Max. It clearly shows that although the device fits into an accessory, the cutout for the main matrix looks noticeably larger than the camera of the current Apple flagship. If the dimensions are accurate, then the protrusion of the camera of the novelty will take more than half of the back of the device. The main reason for the significant increase in the number of cameras, according to experts, is the introduction of sensor shift image stabilization technology. It is also known that an ultra-wide-angle lens will not consist of 5, as before, but out of 6 lenses. In addition, there are rumors that the developers are actively working on increasing camera sensors. All this will bring out the quality, photography and filming to a higher level. cut out bangs. In the same month, an authoritative insider under the nickname Ice Universe said that the famous bangs above the screen will still be, since there, in addition to the front camera, you need to place at least a true-depth sensor for Face ID. But, thanks to the transfer of the speaker up, it will be smaller in height and possibly slightly smaller in length. This will improve the overall experience for users who were annoyed by this decision. Storage and processor. October 2020 turned out to be rich in rumors and leaks about the iPhone 12, as well-known analyst John Prosser said that in the 13th generation, Apple will double the capacity of flash drives compared to the 12th. This means that a new top-end iPhone can get a 1 TB module. It is also reported that it will be equipped with a slightly more productive and economical TSMC A15 Bionic processor on the 5nm process technology. Battery and autonomy. In November 2020, information appeared from the well-known analyst Ming-Chi Kuo that the new soft-board batteries technology will be used in the battery of the 13th iPhone. This will increase the capacity without changing the size of the battery. But already the Cupertino-based company has announced that it will increase the size of the battery by reducing other components. According to certification data, published in July 2021 on the Digital Champ Station Tech blog, the battery capacity of the iPhone 13 Pro Max will increase the most, by 700 mAh compared to its predecessor. New iPhones will receive batteries of the following capacity: iPhone 13 mini -2406 mAh, iPhone 13 and 13 Pro -3095 mAh, iPhone 13 Pro Max -4352 mAh. Together with a decrease in the consumption of the A15 processor and new LPO screens, this will significantly increase the autonomy. Wireless module. In December 2020, data from Apple suppliers leaked to the network about the use of Skyworks chips with support for Wi-Fi 6E, operating at 6 GHz in the new upcoming iPhones. This provides the highest data transfer rate of 9.6 Gbps, lower latency and even more free channels, which will allow you to fully exploit the capabilities of Arkansas and VR applications. Appearance. Back in mid-February 2020, designer Technizo Concept presented high-quality renders of the iPhone 13 Pro on the Let's Go digital portal. These images give the most approximate understanding of what the future iPhone might look like. They took into account the information available to the designer from official and unofficial sources. Perhaps due to the new camera modules, the iPhone will become a little thicker, and the back panel will be made less slippery by applying a more grippy matte finish. Release dates. At the end of 2020, Apple confirmed rumors about the release of the 13th family of its smartphones in September 2021, despite the epidemiological situation in the world. She said TSMC is already cutting production of A14 processors and increasing production of A15 for next-generation iPhones. However, delays can occur due to Sony, which does not have time to produce cameras in the required volumes. Together with the new line, in the second half of September 2021, they also plan to present new AirPods 3 headphones and possibly the Apple Watch 7. But there is a possibility that the announcement will be postponed until October 2021. A delay in the release of capacitors due to a co-shaped lockdown in Malaysia and a flood in Zhengzhou may delay the release of the iPhone 13 on sale.